It's been said that the third film in any trilogy is always the worst. And in many cases I find this to be true. I mean, you only need to look at both X-Men trilogies, Terminator, Lord of the Rings, or Blade, just to name a handful that do ring true. And so my fear for the third installment of one of the Marvel Cinematic Universe's weakest solo franchises was, I felt, warranted. Well, Thor Ragnarok has taught me not to judge a book by its cover. Or movie by its poster. You know what I mean. It's good. It's really good. The movie begins with the mighty Thor, played by Chris Hemsworth, returning home to Asgard to find that his brother Loki, played masterfully as always by Tom Hiddleston, has usurped the throne and stripped Odin of his powers, and gone and ditched him on Earth, unknowingly releasing Hela, the goddess of death, from her prison. Hela proceeds to take Asgard for herself and bring about the biggest galactic conquest in Asgard's already blood-mired history. After receiving a serious butt-kicking in the Bifrost, Loki and Thor find themselves stranded on what looks like a lost set from the Fifth Element, and at the mercy of an eccentric nutjob who goes by the name of the Grandmaster, played by Jeff Goldblum. Beaten, shaven and hammerless, Thor is enslaved and forced to fight in a gladiator arena against none other than the Incredible Hulk. The Asgardian brothers must forge new alliances to take back their kingdom from Hela before Ragnarok descends to destroy their homeland forever. The first thing that became apparent when watching this movie is that it really does not take itself seriously at all. It really leans on the comedy and chemistry provided by the cast, and I couldn't help but get flashbacks to the original Guardians of the Galaxy. In fact, director Taika Waititi has done a great job at breathing new life not only into the Thor franchise, but the MCU as a whole. I don't know about you, but I was starting to get Marvel fatigue. I felt like all of the Marvel movies of recent times have been following this formula, and I was really getting bored of it. Enter Thor Ragnarok to tickle our funny bones and bring us a deliciously fresh taste on the God of Thunder. As with most MCU films, Ragnarok is a splicing of a few comic book stories, so if you're holding out for a pitch-perfect Ragnarok or Planet Hulk story, then sadly you will be disappointed. But as long as you can get your head around that, I dare you to try not laughing all the way through this movie. Ragnarok successfully delivers zinger after zinger, and the action is some of the best I've seen to date. I really enjoyed seeing what happens when you get a God of Thunder mad. With enough lightning tendrils sparking and surging all around him to make Lord Raiden blush, you really get a sense of Thor's power. But the thing that I really liked about this movie were the characters. Mark Ruffalo's performance as both Banner and Hulk are fantastic, and his chemistry with Thor is hilarious and almost brotherly. Solid performances by Karl Urban as the Executioner, Cate Blanchett as Hela, and Jeff Goldblum as the kooky villain the Grand Master. But the guy who really stole the show for me was Korg the Rock Monster, voiced by director Taika Waititi himself. One of the funniest bit part characters I've ever seen. The cast all do a fantastic job, and it's a welcome change of pace for the Thor movies. The music design for this movie is also on point. Most of the score is done in an electro synth style reminiscent of the Tron movies, but also strangely put me in mind of old sci-fi movies like Flash Gordon. Along with the Immigrant song from Led Zeppelin during big fight scenes, the audio really accompanies the movie perfectly. From start to finish, Thor Ragnarok has had me laughing my head off, and frankly, I can't wait to watch it again. I dare say it's become my favourite Marvel movie to date, and has reignited my interest in the MCU. So that brings us round to the final score. So the Worth It Dude score for Thor Ragnarok, 9 out of 10. Plus, this movie gets the Golden Whid, our personal seal of approval. Really can't recommend this movie enough. If you loved the first Guardians of the Galaxy, but felt the sequel fell short, then Thor Ragnarok will scratch that itch.
The same, you and I. Just a couple of hot-headed fools.
Yeah, same. Hulk like fire, Thor like water.
Well, kind of both like fire.
But Hulk like raging fire, Thor like smoldering fire.